जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज का जो हमारा लेक्चर है वो है रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के बारे में। रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम जो है वो क्या कर रहा है। हमने बेसिकली एनाटॉमी में ये सब चीजें पढ़ी हुई हैं, लेकिन हम समझे एक तरह से रिवीजन कर रहे हैं। रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम की हम बात करें, द टिश्यूज, ग्लैंड्स एंड ऑर्गन्स इन्वॉल्व्ड इन प्रोड्यूसिंग ऑफस्प्रिंग चिल्ड्रन। इन वुमेन द रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम इंक्लूड्स द ओवरीज, द fallopian ट्यूब्स, द यूरिटस, द cervix एंड द वेजाइना। इन मेन में बताया जा रहा है, इट इंक्लूड्स द प्रोस्टेट, द टेस्टिस एंड द पीनस। फंक्शंस ऑफ द मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स की हम फंक्शंस की बात करेंगे। द मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम comprises various external and internal organs. The external organs include the testes, the penis, the scrotum, and epididymis. The internal organs include the spermatic cord, the prostate, the urethral gland, and the seminal vesicles. These organs work together to facilitate reproduction and sexual function. Namely, this system assists in producing sex hormones to initiate puberty and enable the person to produce and transport sperm. मेन ऑर्गन्स की हम बात करते हैं मेल में रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में। द पीनस है जो सबसे पहले। द पीनस इज द cylindrical shaped organ located in front of the scrotum. It consists of three columns of erectile tissue wrapped in connective tissue and skin. The penis becomes erect when blood fills the erectile tissue. During sexual intercourse, the penis becomes erect and stiffness, allowing a person to insert it into an orifice such as the vagina. Following intercourse, a person will be able to ejaculate their semen into the vagina. Sperm cells within semen may then fertilize an egg. The testes, also known as the testicles, are present behind the penis within the scrotum. The testes are about 2 inches long and 1.2 inches in diameter. 2 inches long or 1.2 inches in diameter. ये MCQ point of view से the testes are responsible for producing important hormones for sexual development जैसे कि testosterone, inhibin B, MIS, estrogen. Testosterone increases sex drive, libido in males, and is also responsible for primary sexual development, such as the descent of the testes, spermatogenesis, enlargement of the penis and testes. उसके बाद the testes are when a person produces sperm through a process known as spermatogenesis. Sperm production begins during puberty and continues throughout life. The testicles produce several million sperm per day, and the full process of making sperm takes about 64 days. Functions of the female reproductive system की हम बात करते हैं. The female reproductive organs include an array of parts that influence health throughout a person's life. The reproductive system undergoes significant changes during the menstrual cycle, which starts during puberty and ends with menopause. If a female becomes pregnant, it changes further to accommodate a growing fetus. खैर, उसके बाद हम मजीद बात करें तो द फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्गन्स दैट वर्क टुगेदर टू इनेबल रिप्रोडक्शन, प्रेगनेंसी एंड चाइल्ड बर्थ. इट आल्सो प्रोड्यूसेस फीमेल सेक्स हार्मोन्स इंक्लूडिंग एस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरोन. And the system consists of organs and tissues inside the body and some that are visible outside the body. The internal organs include ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, vagina. Ovaries basically क्या क्या रोल प्ले कर रही हैं हम, जस्ट अ मिनट। हाँ जी, ovaries. Most females have two ovaries one on each side of the uterus. They are about the shape and size of an almond and have two key functions, like badam jitna size, producing hormones and releasing eggs. At birth, two ovaries contain approximately 700 oocytes, which are immature eggs. When a female reaches puberty, these eggs begin to develop and mature inside the ovary follicles. Around once each month, the ovaries release a mature egg. This process is known as ovulation and it is part of the menstrual cycle. It is also what makes pregnancy possible. The hormones the ovaries produce regulate the menstrual cycle. They also influence the development of female sex traits, facilitate pregnancy, childbirth, and breast milk production, contribute to the health of the bones, heart, liver, brain, and other tissues, influence mood, sleep, and sex drive. Fallopian tubes, basically, क्या? The fallopian tubes are passageways that carry eggs towards the uterus. They consist of several parts, and the infundibulum, which is a funnel-shaped opening near the ovaries. The fibria, which are finger-like projections surrounding the opening. Silica, which are hair-like structure inside the fallopian tubes. खैर, उसके बाद when an ovary releases an egg fluid and the fibria propel it towards the fallopian tube opening. Once inside, the silica move the egg towards the uterus. This journey takes about 7 days. During this time, it is impossible for sperm to fertilize the egg if a person has sexual intercourse. Most fertilization happens in the fallopian tube. Uterus की हम बात करेंगे. The uterus is an organ that is about the shape and size of a pear. It is also known as the womb. It consists of muscular walls and a liner endometrium that grows and diminishes with each menstrual cycle. After ovulation, the endometrium gets thicker in preparation for a fertilized egg. If not fertilized, the egg dies and the lining of the womb sheds after around 2 weeks. The lining breaks down into blood, which then leaves the body through the vagina. This is menstruation, also called a period. If an egg does become fertilized by sperm, it will implant into the lining of the uterus and begin to develop. The cells divide and grow, becoming an embryo. Of course, cells keep growth. Over time, it grows into a fetus which receives oxygen and nutrients from the placenta via the umbilical cord. Dilate the cervix and push the fetus out. The cervix and vagina. The cervix is a narrow structure at the bottom of the uterus. Below the cervix is the vagina, which is a flexible tubular structure that connects the internal and external reproductive organs. It sits behind the bladder and in front of the digestive tract. The vagina allows fluids such as menstrual blood and discharge to leave the body. It also allows semen, which contains sperms, to enter the body. This can happen in several ways, such as during penetrative sex with someone who has a penis, or during artificial insemination. This is the procedure when a doctor inserts semen into penis or other into the uterus to help someone conceive. Vulva is the external part of the female reproductive system. It includes the vestibule. This is the entrance to the vagina. Around the vestibule sit the greater vestibular glands, which produce fluid to keep the area from getting dry during sexual arousal. These glands produce more fluid to help with lubrication. Hymen. Some people with vulvulus also have a hymen. Some people, ठीक है. This is a thin dilate tissue that partially covers the entrance to the vagina. When someone has a penetrative sex for the first time, the hymen can stretch or break, but not everyone has a hymen, and it also stretches for a number of other reasons. Urethra. This is where urine comes from. The urethra is part of the urinary system and sits just above the vaginal opening. उसके बाद हम liba minoria. These are smaller lips that surround the entrance to the vagina. Citrol hood and glands. The citrol hood is a small piece of tissue that protects the external part of the clitoris. It sits at the top of the liba minoria. Liba majoria क्या है? These are the larger lips that surround the vulva. After puberty, they typically have pubic hair at the top of the vulva. Is also the mons pubis, which is a rounded pad of fat that sits over the pubic horn. Bone. Testosterone and other male sex hormones को हम देखते हैं. The entire male reproductive system is dependent on hormones. These are chemicals that stimulate or regulate activity of cells of organs. The primary hormones include in the functioning of the male reproductive system are follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, luteinizing hormone, LH, testosterone. Testosterone is a hormone that your gonad sex organs mainly produce. More specifically, the testicles in people assigned male at birth, AMAB, and the ovaries in people assigned female at birth, AFAB, produce testosterone. Adrenal glands also produce the hormone DHEA, which our body transform into testosterone and estrogen. Testosterone is the main androgen, meaning it stimulates the development of male characteristics. FSH and LH क्या कर रहा है? Produced by the pituitary gland. It's located at the base of the brain and it's responsible for many functions in the body. हम पहले देख चुके हैं. FSH is necessary for sperm production, spermatogenesis. LH stimulates the production of testosterone, which is necessary to continue the process of spermatogenesis. Testosterone is also important in the development of male characteristics, including muscle mass and strength, fat distribution, bone mass, and sex drive. Pregnancy को थोड़ा हम देख लेते हैं. Pregnancy is the time during which one or more offspring develops gestation inside a woman uterus. A multiple pregnancy involve more than one offspring, such as with twins. Pregnancy usually occur by sexual intercourse, but can also occur through assisted reproductive technology procedures. A pregnancy may end in a live birth, a miscarriage, an induced abortion, or a stillbirth. Childbirth typically occur during 40 weeks from the start of the last menstrual period, a span known as the gestational age. This is just over 9 months. Counting by fertilization age, the length is about 38 weeks. Pregnancy is the presence of an implant in human embryo or fetus in the uterus. Implantation occurs on every 9 days after fertilization. An embryo is the term for developing as offspring during the first 7 weeks following implantation. 10 weeks gestational age, after which the term fetus is used until birth. Sign and symptoms of early pregnancy may include missed periods, tender breast, morning sign and symptoms, morning sickness, nausea and vomiting, hunger, implantation, bleeding, and frequent urination. Pregnancy may be confirmed with a pregnancy test. Pregnancy is divided into 3 trimesters of approximately 3 months each. The first trimester includes conception, which is when the sperm fertilizes the egg. The fertilized egg then travels down the fallopian tube and attached to the inside of the uterus, where it begins to form the embryo and placenta. During the first trimester, the possibility of miscarriage, natural death of embryo or fetus is at its highest. Around the middle of the second trimester, movement of the fetus may be felt at 28 weeks. More than 90% of babies can survive outside of the uterus if provided with high quality medical care. Though babies born at this time will likely experience serious health complications such as heart and respiratory problems and long-term intellectual and developmental disabilities. Babies born before 37 weeks are preterm and at highest risk of health problems such as cerebral palsy. Babies born between weeks 37 and 39 are considered early term, while those born between weeks 39 and 41 are considered full term. Babies born between weeks 41 and 42 weeks are considered late term, while after 42 weeks they are considered post term. Delivery before 39 weeks by labor induction or cesarean section is not recommended unless required for other medical reasons. Lactation को हम देख लेते हैं. Lactation is the process of making human milk. Human milk is secreted through mammary glands which are located in female breast. Lactation is hormonally driven and occurs naturally in women who are pregnant. It can also be included in those who are not pregnant. Lactation will continue as long as milk is being removed from the breast. Feeding baby directly from breast is called breastfeeding or sometimes just feeding or nursing. Milk comes from mammary glands inside breast. These glands have several parts that work together to produce and secrete milk. Alveoli, these teeny grape-like sacs produce and store milk. A cluster of alveoli is called lobules, and each lobule consists connects to a lobe. एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी. उसके बाद हम बात करेंगे मिल्क मिल्क डक्ट्स की. खैर अच्छा. Each lobe connects to a milk duct. You can have up to 20 lobes with one milk duct for every lobe. Milk ducts carry milk from the lobules of alveoli to nipples. Alora क्या है? The dark area surrounding nipple which has sensitive nerve ending that lets the body know when to release milk. To release milk, the entire alora needs stimulation. Nipple को हम देखेंगे. अच्छा है. Nipple contains several teeny pores up to 20, about 20 that secretes milk. Nerves on the nipple respond to suckling either by a baby hands or a breast pump. This stimulation tells the brain to release milk from alveoli through the milk ducts and out of the nipple. It helps to think of the lactation system as a large tree. Nipple is the trunk of the tree. The milk ducts are the branches. The leaves are the alveoli. The primary reason people lactate is to feed a baby. Lactation is a biological hormonal response that occurs during and after pregnancy to feed a newborn baby. Body triggers specific hormones to initiate milk production and injection, releasing of milk at mammals lactate for this purpose, and it's possible to include lactation in men and in non-pregnant women using the right hormone medications. Function की अगर हम बात करें इनके overall, a series of hormonal events which begin with when a female is pregnant trigger the lactation process. That process is called lactogenesis. Stage 1 lactogenesis, this begins around the 16 weeks of pregnancy and lasts until a few days after mother give birth. Estrogen and progesterone rise and cause milk ducts to grow in number and size. This causes breast to become fuller. Mammary glands begin to prepare for milk production. Nipples darken and auroras become larger. Montgomery glands, small bumps on the areola, secrete oil to lubricate nipple. Body begins making colostrum. It's highly nutritious and filling and serves as the baby first milk. Stage 2 lactogenesis क्या है? इसमें देखते हैं. This stage starts about 2 or 3 days postpartum after giving birth. It's when milk production intensifies. Once a baby and placenta are delivered, a sudden drop in your estrogen and progesterone causes the hormone prolactin to take over. Prolactin is the hormone that produces milk. You will notice the milk production increases dramatically at this stage. It's often referred to as milk coming in. Breasts are often engorged or overly full of milk to the point where they feel sore, painful, or tender. Stage 3 lactogenesis. This describes the rest of the time you lactate. Lactation generally continues as long as milk is removed from the breast. Had the more milk that removed, the more milk the body makes to replace it. Frequent feeding or pumping will cause the body to make more milk. Hormone lactation क्या है? The hormone prolactin controls the amount of milk body produce, and the body begins producing prolactin early in pregnancy. At first, the higher levels of estrogen, progesterone, and other pregnancy hormones suppress prolactin. Other mother deliver the placenta. Those pregnancy hormones drop and prolactin takes charge. When the baby suckles, it stimulates nerves that tell the body to release prolactin and oxytocin. Prolactin causes the alveoli to make milk, and oxytocin causes muscle contractions that push out of the alveoli and through the milk ducts. And when milk is released, it's called a letdown, and it takes about 30 seconds of suckling before the letdown occurs. Because mother cannot control which breast receives the hormone, the letdown can cause milk to drip from both nipples. फीमेल हॉर्मोन्स की हम थोड़ी सी बात कर लेते हैं. Of course, female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone, have the most significant effect on a woman's health, from menstruation to pregnancy to menopause and more. But the body makes and utilizes a variety of other hormones that affect other aspects of health, from energy level, weight, mood, and more. Estrogen. According to the Hormone Health Network, estrogen is responsible for the physical changes that turn a girl into a woman during puberty, including breast development, growth of pubic and underarm hair, and the start of menstrual cycle. Aside from estrogen, which is important to childbearing, it helps to keep cholesterol in control, contributes to protecting bone health, and affects your brain, including mood, heart, skin, and other tissues throughout the body. And the primary source of estrogen in women is the ovaries, which produce a woman eggs. However, adrenal glands, which are located at the top of each kidney, also make small amounts of estrogen along with fatty tissue. Estrogen moves throughout the body in bloodstream and acts everywhere throughout the body. Estrogen levels change throughout the month and are highest in the middle of menstrual cycle and lowest during period. At menopause, estrogen levels drop. With women with low estrogen due to menopause or surgical removal of the ovaries may experience one or more of the following symptoms: menstrual periods that are less frequent or stop altogether, hot flashes and or night sweats, difficulty falling or staying asleep, dryness and thickening of the vagina, decreased sexual desire. Hair, mood swings, dry skin. Women with too much estrogen may experience one or more of the following symptoms: weight gain, particularly in the midsection, waist, hips, and thighs; menstrual problems such as light or heavy bleeding, worsening of premenstrual syndrome; fibrocystic breast, non-cancerous breast lumps, uterine fibroids, non-cancerous tumors in the uterus; fatigue, loss of sex drive, feeling depressed or anxious. प्रोजेस्टेरोन को हम देखते हैं थोड़ा सा. As a steroid hormone secreted by the corpus luteum, a temporary endocrine gland that women produce after ovulation. Progesterone prepares the endometrium, the lining of the uterus, for the possibility of pregnancy after ovulation. Progesterone works to encourage the lining to accept a fertilized egg while prohibiting non-painful uterine muscle contractions that may cause the body to reject an egg. If a woman does not become pregnant, the corpus luteum breaks down and the progesterone levels decrease in the body, causing the woman to menstruate. In the event of pregnancy, progesterone continues to stimulate blood vessels in the endometrium that will nourish and support the growing baby. Women who have low levels of progesterone often have abnormal menstrual cycles or struggle to conceive because the lack of progesterone does not provide the proper environment for a fertilized egg to grow. Women with low progesterone levels who do succeed in getting pregnant are at higher risk for miscarriage or preterm delivery, as progesterone helps maintain the pregnancy. Women who suffer from low progesterone may experience abnormal uterine bleeding, irregular miscarriages, spotting, and abdominal pain during pregnancy and frequent miscarriages. However, low progesterone levels can also create higher estrogen levels, which may contribute to the following symptoms: decreased sex drive, additional weight gain, gallbladder problems. Testosterone, basically, as the primary sex hormone found in men, testosterone play an important role in the woman body too. Relatively small amounts of testosterone produced in the ovaries and adrenal glands and released into the bloodstream, where it contributes to a woman's sex drive, bone density, and muscle strength. Women who produce too much testosterone may experience इसमें देखते हैं इरेगुलर और एब्सेंट मेंस्ट्रुअल पीरियड्स हो सकते हैं, मोर बॉडी हेयर देन द एवरेज वुमन, मेल पैटर्न और फ्रंटल ब्लीडिंग, एक्नी, इंक्रीज मसल मास, डीपर वॉइस, ये है स्पेशली पीसीओज में जो साइन एंड सिम्टम्स हो रहे थे पॉलीसिस्टिक ओवेरियन सिंड्रोम में। वुमन विद हाई लेवल्स ऑफ टेस्टोस्टेरोन में स्ट्रगल विद इनफर्टिलिटी एंड commonly सफर फ्रॉम polycystic ovarian syndrome, वही बात होगी। An endocrine condition that is sometimes seen in women of childbearing age who have difficulty getting pregnant, like their high testosterone levels. Counterparts, women with PCOS have similar symptoms, reaching obesity and apple-shaped body, excessive or thinner hair, acne, menstrual irregularity, insulin-resistant carbohydrate intolerance, a condition that makes you prone to gaining weight, low level of good cholesterol, high levels of bad cholesterol, elevated triglycerides, high blood pressure. When women go through menopause and the ovaries stop producing estrogen and progesterone, testosterone levels go down as well, though not as rapidly for women. For most women, the common side effect is a reduced libido, which can often be remedied through receiving supplemental testosterone. थायराइड हार्मोन की बात करें, द थायराइड, अ बटरफ्लाई शेप ग्लैंड जो हमने पहले भी देखा है, that sits low in the front of the neck and secretes several hormones. If thyroid gland does not produce enough thyroid stimulating hormone TSH, you may have a condition called hypothyroidism or an underactive thyroid. Women, especially those over the age of 60, are more likely to have hypothyroidism, which upsets the normal balance of chemical reactions in the body. While it seldom causes symptoms in the early stages, untreated hypothyroidism can cause a number of health problems such as obesity, joint pain, infertility, and heart disease. You may have a hypothyroidism if you experience fatigue, increased sensitivity to cold, constipation, dry skin, weight gain, puffy face. Horiness, muscle weakness, elevated blood cholesterol levels, muscle acne, tenderness and stiffness, pain, stiffness or swelling in your joints, heavier than normal or irregular menstrual period, thickening hair, slowed heart rate, depression, impaired memory। तो ये हमारा जो है वो रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम पे था। अब हम स्पेशल सेंसेस की इंशाल्लाह बात करेंगे। उम्मीद है क्लास तुम्हारा लेक्चर होगा ये। ठीक है।